Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. Shohei Ohtani is rewriting the script for what it means to be a superstar in Major League Baseball, and after his latest heroics, even legends of the game are being pulled into the conversation. In the Dodgers' recent roller coaster 14-11 win over the Arizona Diamondbacks, Ohtani once again stole the spotlight with a jaw-dropping ninth-inning, three-run homer that sealed the deal in one of the wildest comebacks of the season. Finishing the night with a 3-4-6 performance, 2 doubles for RBIs, and that crucial game winner, Ohtani didn't just carry the Dodgers on his back. He added another legendary chapter to his growing mythos. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts couldn't hold back the praise, drawing a jaw-dropping comparison that shook the baseball world. Between him and Barry Bonds, they're the two best players I've ever seen. That's not a throwaway compliment. It's a declaration from someone who played with Bonds and is now watching Ohtani change the game in real time. To truly understand the weight of that comparison, you need to understand who Barry Bonds was. Bonds wasn't just a great hitter. He was arguably the most feared offensive force the game has ever seen. Intentionally walked with the bases loaded, treated like a mythical figure every time he stepped to the plate. Now, Shohei Ohtani is earning that same aura, not just because of his stat lines, but because of when he delivers. The clutch gene, that rare, intangible ability to shift momentum with a single swing. Dave Roberts, who shared a clubhouse with Bonds during his playing days, made it clear. What Ohtani is doing under pressure is unlike anything he's ever witnessed. And coming from a guy who's seen postseason walk-offs and historic October runs, that is a statement that lands like a thunderclap across the baseball landscape. It's easy to get swept up in numbers, and Ohtani's are jaw-dropping. But what sets him apart is the way he feels when he's in the game. There's a presence to Shohei. Every at-bat feels like it could shift the outcome of the entire contest. Earlier this season, on his own bobblehead night, Ohtani crushed a walk-off homer against the Braves, as if the script had been written in Hollywood. He's not just good, he's cinematic. He's the kind of player who makes you stop what you're doing, makes you text your friends, makes you watch. And he's doing it while still rehabbing for a return to the mound in 2025. Yes, let's not forget, this guy is also one of the most dominant pitchers in the world when healthy. That's not fair. That's historic. Through just 39 games this season, Ohtani is slashing a blistering .308 slash .410 slash .641. Let that sink in. That's not just all-star caliber. That's MVP territory again. Add 12 homers, 21 RBIs, 8 doubles for triples, and 10 stolen bases to the mix, and you've got a player who's not just excelling. He's doing everything. Offense, speed, power, precision. And all of this comes as he learns a new clubhouse culture, adapts to a new city, and lives under one of the brightest spotlights in all of professional sports. For many players, that pressure will be too much. For Ohtani, it seems to fuel him. It ignites him. And the Dodgers are reaping the benefits, night after night. And if you thought Friday's win was just another regular season thriller, think again. The Dodgers made history that night, MLB history. They became the first team in the modern era, since 1901, to lead, fall behind, take a 5-run lead, trail by 3 or more, and then come back again to win. It's the kind of chaos you expect in video games or Hollywood scripts, not real life. But it happened. And at the center of it all was Shohei Ohtani, cool as ever, delivering the dagger in the ninth. If there was ever a microcosm of why Roberts put him in the same breath as Barry Bonds, that game was it. Of course, it wasn't all sunshine and fireworks for the Dodgers that night. Roki Sasaki, making his long-awaited debut, struggled in his first MLB outing. The Japanese phenom, who had fans buzzing all spring, surrendered 5 runs over just 4 innings. His command was shaky, his pitches lacked the usual zip, and the Diamondbacks took advantage. But in a weird way, that made the comeback, and Ohtani's late-game heroics, even more impressive. The Dodgers didn't win because everything went right. They won in spite of the chaos, in spite of the early struggles. That's what championship teams do. And that's what MVP-caliber players bring. stability when everything else is falling apart. Dave Roberts has seen greatness. He's shared dugouts with legends, coached all-stars, and stood in the pressure cooker of World Series games. So when he speaks with this kind of reverence, you listen. His comparison of Ohtani to Barry Bonds isn't some hot take for social media clicks. It's a seasoned baseball mind acknowledging that we're watching something unprecedented. Bonds changed how pitchers approach the game. So is Ohtani. But Ohtani's doing it as a two-way star, on the biggest stage, with the weight of two nations watching his every move. There's no playbook for what he's doing. He's the playbook now. Let's talk about clutchness. That word gets tossed around a lot in sports, but Ohtani is redefining it. Clutchness isn't just about game winners. It's about rising when the moment demands. It's about a presence that calms teammates and terrifies opponents. With Ohtani, the bigger the stage, the better he performs. He doesn't shrink. He expands. He elevates everyone around him. And now, even opposing managers are beginning to admit, when Shohei steps in the box late in a game, you hold your breath. You just hope he misses. Because if he doesn't, the game's over. That's a rare kind of fear. That's Barry Bonds territory. And the fans? They know. Dodger Stadium has seen its share of stars, from Koufax to Kershaw, from Garvey to Gibson. But there's a new buzz now. Every time Ohtani steps into the batter's box, cell phones go up. Kids stand on their seats. The stadium doesn't just watch, it anticipates. It feels. That's what Shohei brings, not just numbers but moments. He's not just part of the story. He is the story. And with each clutch hit, with every towering homer, he's adding to a legacy that's becoming impossible to ignore. So as the 2025 season inches closer and Ohtani works toward his return to pitching, one thing's clear. We're witnessing something baseball has never truly seen before. A player who could be the best hitter and best pitcher on the planet at the same time. A player who earns comparisons to Barry Bonds and might just surpass him in terms of overall impact. Dave Roberts sees it. The fans see it. The numbers prove it. And with every swing, Shohei Ohtani continues to prove one thing. This is his era now. Everyone else is just playing in it. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. It's the kind of rumor that sets the baseball world on fire. One of those whispers in the clubhouse that eventually makes its way to the top of the headlines. Word on the street is that Mookie Betts, the face of the Dodgers, the leader of that star-studded locker room, has reached his breaking point. Allegedly, he's told team executives, perhaps even manager Dave Roberts directly, that he refuses to continue playing alongside Michael Conforto. Now, let's be clear, nothing official has been said by Betts or the organization. But when a player of Mookie's caliber supposedly draws a line in the sand, even as a rumor, it carries weight. And if it turns out to be true, then we're talking about one of the biggest internal flare-ups the Dodgers have faced in recent memory. This isn't just clubhouse drama. This could be a locker room meltdown in slow motion. Let's rewind for a second and think about who Mookie Betts is. This isn't some role player trying to punch above his weight. We're talking about a 6-time Gold Glover, an MVP, a World Series champion, a guy with more leadership clout than most managers in the league. When he speaks, people listen. When he acts, it sends ripples through the entire organization. And if he's truly putting his foot down about Michael Conforto, it suggests there's something far deeper going on than just a few missed assignments or awkward dugout moments. Mookie is known for being a team-first guy. He's adaptable. He's played multiple positions to help the team. So for him to allegedly say, "I won't play with this guy anymore," it paints a picture of serious tension, something that might have been bubbling under the surface for a while. Michael Conforto, on the other hand, hasn't exactly had the smoothest ride in LA since joining the Dodgers. While he's had his moments, his inconsistency at the plate and occasional lapses in the outfield haven't done him any favors with fans, or maybe now even his teammates. His time with the Mets was marked by promise and flashes of greatness, but it never fully materialized into long-term stardom. Since arriving in Los Angeles, the pressure to perform has been enormous. You're not just expected to contribute, you're expected to elevate. And if you don't, well, the spotlight turns brutal. Add to that a rumored fallout with one of the most respected players in the game, and suddenly Conforto's situation feels 10 times heavier. But what could have possibly gone wrong between these two? From the outside looking in, they seemed like a reasonable pairing. Betts brings energy and leadership. Conforto brings pop and lefty power, at least in theory. But baseball isn't played on paper, and sometimes chemistry off the field matters just as much as execution on it. Rumors floating around suggest there's been friction for weeks. Maybe it started with a missed cutoff throw or a lack of hustle on a routine fly ball. Maybe it was a comment in the clubhouse that rubbed the wrong way. Whatever it was, if it's led to Betts drawing this kind of hard line, it's clear that something's fractured beyond repair. And when your clubhouse leader checks out, the whole foundation starts to shake. The Dodgers now find themselves at a serious crossroads. Do they back their star and look to move Conforto quietly before this becomes an outright PR disaster? Or do they risk trying to patch things up behind the scenes, hoping the tension fades and the clubhouse can find its rhythm again? Neither option is easy. This isn't fantasy baseball. These are real players, real emotions, and real consequences. Moving Conforto would be a clear sign that the front office prioritizes Betts' voice above all else, which, to be fair, might be the right move. But it also sends a message to the rest of the league that internal conflict in LA isn't just a story, it's a storyline. And once that narrative takes hold, it can be tough to shake. Let's not forget the pressure the Dodgers are already under this season. With one of the highest payrolls in the league and expectations that they'll not just reach the postseason, but dominate it, this kind of internal drama couldn't come at a worse time. Teams that win titles usually have tight-knit chemistry. They trust each other, lean on each other, fight for each other. If there's a divide in the locker room, especially between a star like Betts and a teammate he doesn't want around, it disrupts that balance. And whether or not Conforto is truly a clubhouse problem, perception becomes reality fast in this game. The media's already circling. The fan base is asking questions. The heat is on. What's also interesting is how silent the rest of the clubhouse has been. No one's come out to deny the rumor. No teammate has publicly backed Conforto, and Betts hasn't felt the need to address it either. That silence is deafening. Sometimes, no comment is the loudest comment you can make. And if there's truth behind this smoke, the Dodgers may be in damage control mode already, just trying to keep things from blowing up during the regular season grind. Betts isn't the kind of guy who manufactures drama, which makes the story even more believable. If he's reached this point, he must feel this isn't a minor issue. It's a problem that could affect wins and losses. Fans, of course, are already picking sides. Some are defending Mookie, saying a leader has the right to call out problems. Others are worried this shows cracks in what was supposed to be a championship-caliber unit. And then there's the group that's defending Conforto, pointing out that one rocky season or a stretch of bad games shouldn't define a player. Social media has turned the rumor mill into a storm, and every new detail, real or not, adds fuel to the fire. The Dodgers PR team is likely working overtime trying to control the message, but when your superstar's name is involved in a bombshell like this, it's nearly impossible to bury. In the days ahead, one of two things will happen. Either this all fades away with a few carefully crafted press conferences and some on-field wins to distract the public, or we'll see a roster move that confirms the drama was real all along. If Conforto suddenly lands on the IL, or there's a personal leave announcement, people are going to connect the dots fast. And if a trade happens, that's your confirmation, plain and simple. The Dodgers aren't just playing for October. They're playing to maintain the stability of their franchise. An internal division is the one thing that can derail even the most talented teams. So now, all eyes are on Mookie Betts and the Dodgers front office. Will they stand by their clubhouse leader and make the tough call to remove the distraction? Or will they gamble on harmony, returning organically, hoping Betts and Conforto can somehow coexist until the end of the season? Whatever the outcome, one thing is crystal clear. Something is brewing in Los Angeles. And whether it's just a rumor or the beginning of a major fallout, it's got the baseball world watching, speculating, and waiting for the next big headline. Because in a city built on stars, drama isn't just part of the game. It is the game. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.